Well, guys, Jalen Brunson just dropped 42 points in the second half, 55 in total, of course, including overtime. Yeah, don't get me wrong, going to OT against a desperate, terrible Wizards team isn't exactly the greatest, but it's a back-to-back. They played hard. They've got a lot of good young talent. The Knicks came out with a win. That's all that matters. But this game will forever be remembered by Jalen Brunson. I mean, to have 55 points and not score in a quarter is crazy. I think Brunson was 14 of 17 from the paint. Just ridiculous. He joins, of course, Bernard King, the only Knick to ever, or I guess only Knicks to ever score 55 plus twice. Remember, he did it against the Spurs last season, and now he does it against the Wizards. The Knicks overall scored 136. Offense wasn't the issue. They gave up 132. Defense was the issue. I mean, the Knicks guys, they shot 52.6% from the field. The Wizards shot 51.5% from the field and 44.7% from three. The Knicks three ball, once again, was not on 10 of 40. Last game, they didn't shoot nearly as many. They shot like double the amount in this one. They just couldn't knock them down. Free throw shooting was very good, 24 of 26, but Jalen Brunson only missed one. Yeah, he was 16 of 17 from the line. Brunson, this was just him being a superhero, him being Batman, putting the team on his back. One of the craziest free agent signings in the history of basketball was the Knicks getting Brunson and getting a lot of hate from opposing fans, not players, because guys quickly came to the Knicks' defense saying Jalen Brunson's cold, like John Morant, Mikal Bridges, etc. But you had a lot of people around the league being skeptical of the Knicks for bringing in Brunson, and all he's done is just silence them. His first season in New York, he gets them in the playoffs. Of course, they end up beating the Cavs, and then last season, his second season, the Knicks were a game away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now the Knicks are in a position where they're competing for a championship at 22-10. That's going to put the Knicks just, a game and a half behind the Celtics for the 2 seed, which is very, very impressive. Outside of that, though, Josh Hart had a great game. Got to show him love. Second straight double-double. 13 points, 11 boards, 7 assists, nearly a triple-double. Hart finished off this game very strong. Cat had a good one, 30 points, 14 boards. I mean, basically everyone was cooking tonight for the Knicks offense. 21 for Bridges on 8 of 14 shooting. OG didn't shoot the ball well, to say the least, but his defense was huge. The Knicks don't win this game without OG down the stretch, fourth quarter overtime. He got some big stops because it didn't look like the Knicks were going to win this game. I mean, the fourth quarter, the Wizards they're pretty comfortable, but thanks to just some stops and some buckets, I mean, that's all it took is just, can you get a couple of stops? Because we know the Knicks are going to score, and they did. I mean, guys, the Knicks scored the fewest they scored in a quarter in this one. We're not going to count overtime because it's short, but they still scored 17 in that, but 28. The Knicks scored 28 or more in every single quarter. Just really, really impressive. Good stuff there. The bench didn't do anything. That was a large reason as well why this game was so close. Is the Knicks only got 8 points off of their bench. Miles McBride was 1 of 5. Precious had 3 points in 19 minutes. Deuce had 3. And then Cam Payne had 2. Back-to-back games where Payne hasn't really contributed. And then Shamet played 6 minutes and didn't score. Took a 3 and missed it. But overall, this was just the type of game where you just got to win it. Doesn't matter how you do, you just got to get it. We talked earlier today after, of course, the Knicks, when they pulled off the win yesterday against the Magic, was just that and the Knicks, they can't afford to be losing these games. The East is so close right now with those top 3 teams with Cleveland, Boston, and us, of course, New York. And Jalen Brunson knew that. And, I mean, he just went absolutely off. I mean, we're talking about a guy who, again, back-to-back had played, last night. And this one, 44 minutes, 55 points, just attacking the basket. Brunson was 3 of 11 from 3. I mean, his 3 ball was off tonight. It didn't even matter because he would just get into the basket going one-on-one at will. It's almost surprising that the Wizards didn't double him, but if you think about it, you can't really double because then who are you going to leave open? You're going to put leave Cat wide open and let him take a 3. OG is a very good 3-point shooter, so is Bridges. And Josh Hart this season, I mean, not that he shot the lights out of the basketball, but he's much improved. I mean, he really actually kind of has. Hart's at 39.6%. I mean, he had a stretch where he was over 50, so that stretch definitely was the best of his career. But still, I mean, 40% from 3 for Josh Hart when he's an elite rebounder on the wing. He's a good defender. smart IQ, good passer. So that's crazy, dude. That's crazy impressive for Hart. I mean, this Knicks team, another thing that isn't getting talked about enough is just how they've been able to stay healthy. They played a lot of minutes together. They spent a lot of time, and that's going to be huge come playoff, especially for a team that is essentially new. It's almost an entire new roster. We lost Hartenstein, Randall, Devo. You bring in, of course, Bridges, Cat, Campaign comes in, Shamus. So a lot of new faces here, and you can see that the Knicks just continue to get better. But this was one of those games where the Knicks just, it was very similar to the beginning of the season where the defense was just non-existent, but the offense was elite. And you can win games like that, not consistently though. It's not sustainable. But moving forward, the Knicks definitely, I mean, they're not going to be giving up 100 and, what was it, 132 like that. The Knicks aren't going to be giving up that many points, probably again this season, hopefully for our sake. But it was a fun one, a lot of scoring, high scoring, just making plays down the stretch. But Jalen Brunson definitely is the focal point of this video because what he did was just absolutely awesome. I mean, I thought for sure the Knicks were going to lose late in this fourth quarter. They just, man, they just found a way to do it. And once you start to have your team pull off wins where you feel like they shouldn't have won, that's when you know something special is coming. And if it's starting to feel like something special is coming for the Knicks, they just got to stay healthy. Maybe make one more move at the trade deadline. I don't think anything crazy. I know a couple of days ago we talked about DeAndre Ayton. I don't think they're going to make that big of a move, but just maybe one more piece just for some depth on the center position, just in case Mitch gets hurt. Because Jericho Sims, I don't think he played particularly well this year. I mean, he had his moments defensively, but he's just out of the rotation now with Precious back. But yeah, we'll see what the Knicks do. You guys definitely got to let me know your thoughts on the game. Just a Saturday night Knicks, and honestly, do you have a game on Friday, a game on Saturday? It's just very, very unusual. The Knicks usually always play on Fridays, but Saturdays, I feel like we don't really play often on Saturdays. So it was a fun one for sure. But guys, Knicks daily, honestly, Brunson, I mean, 18 to 31, 16 to 17 on the free throw line, 9 assists as well. I didn't mention that. His third career 50-plus point game. Yeah, 9 assists on 55 points is insane. The efficiency, he only missed one free throw, which of course came late in this game. And then just the 31 shots. Brunson is getting to the bucket at will. Normally when a guy has that many points, his three balls on. Brunson's wasn't. He didn't even score in the second quarter. Just absolutely crazy. And yeah, just happy to have him. He definitely changed the Knicks. The Knicks have made a lot of good moves lately. The OG trade, the Cat trade, bringing in Brunson, the Hart trade, one of the best trades we've made in the history of our franchise. Leon Rose deserves a lot of credit, but head coach Tom Thibodeau, to me, is where it all starts. Just the culture that he's built with this team. He's got guys playing hard, competing on both ends of the floor. I mean, of course, you got to be able to construct the roster to win, and then you need a good coaching. You need players that are going to execute everything. The Knicks have it all right now. It's just, I think what it comes down to is just, can they stay healthy? Can they stay healthy? Mitchell Robinson, OG specifically. And yeah, guys, peace.